Well, is it too late to say I told you so? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're recapping the New York Giants taking the L against the Dallas Cowboys 35-17. And listen, I'm not going to lie to you guys, and I don't want to, shove it in anybody's face or anything. Listen, I knew this would happen. Okay? I knew it was going to happen. We'll talk about in depth in just a second. When I talked about when I did my video on the season predictions, one of the reasons why I had the Giants not winning games they probably should win in certain situations is because they haven't figured themselves out yet. They don't have an identity, and they haven't fixed the problems that they had last year. Pat Shurmur still can't figure out a way to use Saquon Barkley. We had a situation, we were inside the 10-yard line, 3rd down and 1. We elect to run it with Eli Penny, and that wasn't the only fullback run we had as well, mind you. And then the consecutive play after that, we would go for it on 4th and 1, which I actually was for. It was at that time 21-7. You're gonna have to start picking up the pace somehow. It was 21-7. You should go for it on 4th down. You're inside the 10-yard line. 4th down and 1 comes along. You're thinking you're gonna give it to Saquon Barkley. I guess Pat Shurmur didn't want to, for a lack of a better word, Pat Shurmur wanted Dallas to think Saquon was going to run, but oh no, Saquon's not going to run. We're actually going to do a bootleg pass, which didn't work, and we left 3 points on the board, potentially 7 points on the board there. This has been the problem last year, okay? Even in the Cowboys game last year, we didn't use Saquon as much. The whole season last year, sometimes Saquon would run 5 times in a half. He ran 5 times this half and only had 11 carries to show for it. By the way, 11 carries, 120 yards. This guy averaged 11 yards a carry and still only got 11 carries. That doesn't make any sense. If your guy has 120 yards and 11 carries, give him more carries. He should at least be getting 20 carries a game. Instead, you're using him on plays that don't matter, on dump-offs and things like that, and that's how he's getting his reps. Are you serious? You have to use Saquon Barkley a lot more. Why are we just flat out running, passing it on 1st down? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, the offensive line played fantastic. No complaints. Okay, yes, sometimes the defensive line is going to win some matchups against the offensive line, but for the most part, the offensive line played fantastic. I'm absolutely satisfied. Okay, get an A grade from me. All right. The edge was settled perfectly. DeMarcus Lawrence wasn't a huge problem as he was in years past with Eric Flowers and guys like that. He wasn't a huge problem. He wasn't a problem at all, actually. There was a time where Eli almost got sacked, and vintage Eli just came out, didn't want to go down, and threw the ball deep to Cody Latimer. And if we look at my 3 keys to success, I mentioned this. The defensive line for the Giants need to be held accountable. They played well. But the linebackers need to stop biting on play action. What we needed to do, because that's how I told you guys, that's how Dak Prescott was going to hit us. He was going to hit us with the play action. I knew we would be able to stop the run. I knew it. I didn't think we would be able to stop Ezekiel Elliott as much as we did, but we did. And we still bit on play action, and that's how they killed us, like exactly how I said. And we didn't follow my first key to success. That was match the same amount of carries and runs that the Cowboys do. And if we look at the carries here, we ran the ball 17 times. One of them was from Daniel Jones. One of them was from Eli Manning, so you could just discount that. The other 2 were from Elijah Penny, 2 from Wayne Gallman, and 11 from Saquon Barkley. The Cowboys ran it 13 times with Ezekiel, 13 times with Tony Pollard, and 4 times with Dak Prescott. 30 times versus 17. You don't win a game that way, especially with a team that can run the ball like the Dallas Cowboys. They didn't run it very efficiently. They were okay. Ezekiel Elliott started to pick up towards the end. But you have to match up with the Cowboys to beat the Cowboys. You have to be the Cowboys to beat the Cowboys. You have to run the same thing they're doing in a better way. Run the ball, get the defense tired, hit them with play action and quick throws. That's exactly how the Cowboys won. And that's exactly what I said what was going to happen. And I said that the Giants were going to eventually, maybe they'll keep up in the beginning, but they'll eventually slow down, and the Cowboys will figure them out. That's typical Giants from me. Typical Giants. So, there are a bunch of stuff in this game. Antonio freaking Hamilton. Why was this guy on the field? Why wasn't Corey Ballentine playing? Antonio Hamilton is only supposed to be out there during special teams. He's a special team standout. He's not supposed to be playing cornerback. Why is Janoris Jenkins in the slot and Antonio Brown is on the outside? Why was what was with the adjustments, James Betcher? The adjustments were terrible. Why didn't you get your guys prepared for situations if Ezekiel Elliott splits out wide? That defense was so confused when they saw Ezekiel Elliott split out wide. They sent Marcus Golden out there to play outside corner. Marcus Golden was playing outside corner, and if Dak saw Ezekiel Elliott, that was a touchdown because Zeke burnt him from the start. Why was Antoine Bethea matched up with Amari Cooper? Why? There are so many matchups I saw in this game that were absolutely mind-boggling how James Betcher would be okay with it. And the Giants defense looked confused. Nothing short, they confused. DeAndre Baker didn't have a good debut as a rookie. He was beat by Amari Cooper. Why? I'm not going to completely put the blame on DeAndre Baker. He is a rookie. He is going to learn. He didn't play great. That's fine. He's going to learn. Where was the safety help, Betcher? You have a rookie out there. You just throw a rookie out there, and you're just gonna leave him out there without a safety help? There was no safety help. Okay, where was Jabril Peppers helping him out? Nowhere. You didn't call him for that, did you? And Antonio Hamilton, there was a drive literally where they targeted Antonio Hamilton, whether it was a sweep play, whether it was a curl or a slant, whatever it was, Antonio Hamilton was targeted and bullied the whole drive, and you don't decide to take him out. You leave him in there and allow him to get bullied. Don't throw in Corey Ballentine in there. Don't put Janoris Jenkins back where he needs to be. James Betcher deserves an F in today's game. He was terrible. And you can't just say, oh, well, this defense is young, because I said that early on today, too, in my stream. When I was streaming the Patriots game. I kind of gave a mulligan to James Betcher. No, I can't even do that anymore, okay? Because the adjustments were terrible. The position you put your young players in, you should know that these guys are young, they're inexperienced, and they haven't reached their primes yet. So you have to help them out the best way you can. Put a safety over there with DeAndre Baker, so if he does get beat, which he will, there will be some help there. Instead of Amari Cooper burnt him, and it was easy touchdown from there. I don't know what to say, man. This showing was bad, worse than I thought. I thought we would lose this game at least. I predicted 24-13. I predicted us to stay close between, it would be 17-14 by third quarter, and then that's when the Cowboys would take off in the fourth quarter and get that 24th points. So, I mean, can't really say much there. Let's throw out the stats right now. Eli Manning, 30 of 44, 306 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions, sacked once for 4 yards. He played great. Why the QBR is 22.4 is beyond me. He had 14 incompletions. A lot of them were drops. A lot of them they couldn't get open. Yeah, there were some times that he made some mistakes. It's going to happen. But he played great. Eli played fine. I love the way he played. Daniel Jones came in. He played well as well. Fumbled at the end of the game. I don't care. If this game actually meant something to him, as far as him actually winning the game, he would have done that in the first place. He would have thrown it away. So I'm not worried about that whatsoever. Saquon Barkley had his first fumble of his career. Not worried about it because it's the next play later, he broke one out for 59 yards. So, okay with me. Saquon Barkley, 11 carries, 120 yards, 10.9 yards carry. And you don't give him the ball more than 11 times. Makes no sense. Far as the day goes, Dak Prescott played well. Dak Prescott played really well. 25 of 32, 405 yards, and 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, no sacks. Had a perfect QBR, and it should be, okay? The only times that he was intercepted, the only time there were incompletions weren't really his fault. It was just the receivers not making the plays and things like that. Dak Prescott played well, although anybody could really slice it up on the Giants' defense at this point. I'm still going to give him credit. He played well. As far as the defense goes, we need an edge rusher. We need an edge rusher. Lorenzo Carter and X-Men aren't getting it done. Marcus Golden's not getting it done. Nobody's getting it done. Yes, this is a good offensive line, but we forced zero pressure the whole entire game. Dak Prescott was cool and comfortable. So, Evan Ingram had himself a game. 11 receptions, 116 yards, and a touchdown on 14 targets. He was great. Every time they called upon him, he answered. He didn't have any crazy drops like past years. He was fine. Cody Latimer had himself a nice one-handed grab. Great. Sterling Shepard. Sterling, what happened, man? What happened? Are you not getting open down? I have to watch the film, but he's not getting open downfield. He was not a reliable target today. Had 42 yards, a very quiet 6 receptions for 42 yards. Michael Gallup killed us today because of Antonio Hamilton. Amari Cooper, 106 yards. Randall Cobb, 69 yards. Blake Jarwin continues to kill us. He's the new Jason Witten. So, there's that. Xavier Woods had a bunch of tackles. Leighton Vander Esch had 10 tackles. Jabril Peppers played well. He was okay, but he wasn't fantastic. I'd like to see him a little better than that. But that's the game, guys. We're onward to the Bills right now. Quick awards. Offensive MVP. Offensive MVP, I'm gonna have to give it to Michael Gallup. He played well. He had a very good showing out game. A lot of people didn't know what to expect from him. He definitely showed up to critics today. The defensive MVP, I might have to give it to Leighton Vander Esch. He was all over the field. Also had a half sack and a pass defense as well. So got to give it to Leighton Vander Esch as the defensive MVP. The Terrence Mitchell award is going to go to Antonio Hamilton, who was just bullied today. He is I'm actually naming it. I'm renaming it. It's not named the Terrence Mitchell Award, guys, anymore. It's named the Antonio Hamilton Award. Sounds more fitting, doesn't it? So he's getting the Antonio Hamilton Award. Antonio Hamilton receives the Antonio Hamilton Award. And the At Least You Tried Award goes to Saquon Barkley. Poor Saquon Barkley. Did everything of his opportunities. 10.9 yards a carry. And only gets 11 carries. So, sad Saquon Barkley. So, that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I will see you guys in the next video. Whoa.